Hi, I'm Yvonne Sum, and people have asked me the question, how can I be a leader in my life? I'm just a mother. And that brings me to that great story that when I went to the Institute for the Achievement of Human Potential in Philadelphia, where the legend Glenn Doman, who wrote the books How to Teach a Baby to Read and a variety of other books, where he said, I meet so many mothers and fathers coming through the Institute to try and help their children, get the greatest potentials through the love of learning and to find joy in learning with their kids. And time and again, if someone could give me $1 for every time someone says, I'm just a mother, I would be a billionaire. And I think I hear that so frequently as well. And I have certainly heard my own self saying, I'm just a mother. And I'd like to suggest that motherhood and fatherhood is an amazing gift. I personally did not learn anything about leadership until I became a parent. And people laughed. They said, oh, come on, Yvonne. You were an A-plus student in school. You were, a leader in the Red Cross. You were a prefect. You were an officer in the Royal Australian Air Force. You ran your own dental practice for a good 12 years. You had a teaching mentorship and lectureship at the University of Sydney. How can you say that you're just a mother? It's easy for you to say, but we can't be leaders. You've been a leader in your own life. And I look back and I puzzle over that a little bit, because the funny thing is, when I fell pregnant with Jet, my firstborn, something happened in me that natural maternal instinct didn't turn on. I was actually fearful. I felt so out of control because all my life, in all the things I've chosen to do, whether it's, like I said, in the military or dentistry or going to school, and even now that I'm working with, coaching and training leaders in business, there was always a process or procedure to follow. There were always courses you could do. There was always a mentor or a teacher you could work with. But somehow with parenting, it wasn't the same. I could look to my parents as mentors and role models, but somehow it wasn't the same thing. I felt that I had to do it my own way. And there was no one book that you could read to say this is how to parent perfectly. There's a multitude of books and there's lots of information out there, but there was certainly a huge fear that I can't even look after myself. How can I look after this other person that's coming through? And again, it's really funny how we do beat ourselves up. So despite my so-called achievements in life, my leadership lessons really occurred when I became a parent. And it was actually in surrendering to the fact that there was knowledge that was going to be gleaned by being in the present moment. There was that curiosity, childlike curiosity, to be able to look at every situation in a new way and to look at a situation from my child's eyes. It created a whole new world. And my decision to make it an experiment so that I could try things, and if it was wrong, well, I'll do it differently, gave me permission to fail fast, fail frequently, and just fix it. So one of the things that my children really taught me, and this is Jet, who's now almost 13, and Sian, my daughter, who's 10 going on 11. They have shown me the world of beauty and magnificence in our planet. I've looked at it through new eyes. They have helped me become more present and stop planning everything. And I've learned to read the book that's the child. That's the book that parenting comes from, and that is your child. Read your child well, and that's the first thing you should do. And read yourself, your own book well, and you become a better person when you become a parent as a leader.